What is up, girl bosses? We got new of Sulfur. This is the track Earthen, and with the release of this track comes the announcement of their album, The Burden of Faith. 10 songs, lots of features. Very excited for that. Before we get into it, really appreciate if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. It's free, helps me out a ton, helps you find new music. All my social media is down below, plus music links for Sunscourge. Check out my music project. And going into this is a sad one. It is about the passing of Ricky's nephew to cancer. So, you know, buckle up. And, you know, there's a lot to explore with that theme, so we can talk about that at the end. I think that'd be something interesting. Yeah, I got the background for context for this one. I also think Ricky's talked about it a bit on Instagram. Oh, Gumby. Oh, this sounds a little bit like Worm. That's good. It's like that Black and Doom sound. It feels weird to be headbanging to such a sad song. These solo oh my god, these leads are beautiful with the singing. You know, mild Cradle of Filth energy too. Ooh, gorgeous. Oh my god. Loving these symphonics. Oh, that's sad. Really big fan of the chorus too. Ricky's cleans, they're fucking legit. I thought it was Chase at first. Is that his actual grave? He's beautiful symphonics on this too. Shit, dude. There is a minute and a half left. Oh god. Wait, this is sad. Shit, dude. Oh man. Oh man, dude, that's... Oh man, dude. Tristan Franklin, 2001 to 2017. Oh my god. That's young. That shit's sad. That's really sad. And oh, I hope I remember not to edit in the elevator music while I'm talking about this. But I feel like, you know, we take life for granted, so much for granted. I feel like the first time I like really realized that, I was very young. And this teenager who he visited my dad once because he was in the city and needed a place to stay with my dad. I was also at my dad's at that time. And he was very kind. He gave me like his old Game Boy. He was easy to talk to, and you know, I was a kid, so like, you know, when a stranger's in the house, usually you hide, but he was very friendly. And you know, minimal interaction. I was like, this is a good guy. I was like, how old was I? Like 7, 9. Like fast forward like a year, he like died in a car crash. He didn't die in a car crash. He got into a car crash, was on life support, and it was so bad that they had to pull the plug. And I was so just like devastated about that, because like we have this assumption like you're not supposed to die young. You're just not. Like I remember around that time my grandmother had passed, and I didn't feel the same, because at least you know, she lived a full life, and I see her case versus, you know, this kid who was like just kind to me once. I didn't really know him, but like his passing was just, it hits so much harder because we have that expectation of longevity that we're going to make it to like 70, 80, 90, 100 further. We just take life for granted because, you know, we'd go insane if we didn't. You know, it's very real. Like it's a regular occurrence. Like a lot of people don't make it all the way. I'm finding that I'm at the age where, like, you know, people who, you know, like I knew from a while ago, or like friends of friends, you know, people my age are passing away. It's crazy. It's just not what you kind of expect growing up, what you hear, and it's always just so shocking. It's so shocking. But you know, like in like the Paleolithic era, like dying at 23, that you've lived a long life. It is kind of interesting to see how like we live so much longer. We live so much longer on average, but we're not guaranteed that. In fact, the only thing we are guaranteed is death. It's just when does it happen? And we have this assumption that it's going to happen so far into the future. And I feel like that contributes to us living in a way that just isn't efficient for our time on this planet. Because that is so uncertain. It's so uncertain. It's just sad. It's just sad. I feel like all death is sad, but it's like there's that guarantee of it. It's like the cutting short potential, because like, you know, we don't know what's after death. We don't know what's before life. So all we know is the in between. And when you don't have that much time, it's just sad, man. It's really sad. Jeez. It was a really good song though. It was like one of the best of Sulfur songs I feel like I've heard. Really nice balance of symphonics with deathcore. I felt like a little bit of Cradle and Filth energy, a little bit of Emperor energy. Chorus was fantastic. I felt like the you know, that repetition, like what kind of God, what kind of God, what kind of God. I think that is that's a question a lot of people have been asking of, you know, people of Christian faith or of any faith in general. It's like, what type of God would allow for war, all these cruel events, even like the spontaneity of something like a cancer or any sort of congenital disorder. What kind of God? And that is something the discourse, because, you know, like, I feel like you hear this all the time, less as like, you know, more people are atheist agnostic, but it's like, it's part of God's plan. It's part of God's plan, and he's doing good up there. It's like, mourn, be a human, mourn. Oh my God. But curious to hear what you guys think of this track. I do think it's one of Sulfur's best tracks. Super diverse, lots of great layering. I felt like I heard there's a Florida blackened death doom band called Worm, and they have like these really nice solos, atmosphere, and I felt like there was some of that in some of the verses and also in the background throughout the song. I thought that was really awesome. But yeah, this might be, I feel like this is better than, Stained and Rot's probably like the former #1. I feel like Earthen has it. But really curious to hear your thoughts. This is it's a very powerful track. It's a very unique track, and I hope it gets traction. We do get wrapped up in like a lot of like societal constructs of like, you know, the biggest one I feel like people get wrapped up in is money, the pursuit of wealth, because in our mind that translates to it translates to happiness. It translates to a life well spent. Well, that's not necessarily true, and in most cases it often isn't. So maybe take some time to value your existence and just don't take it for granted, because anything can happen. Anything can happen.